I don't, man, fucking. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with this, but we are freeing up Cuba won't
suffered very big, very at levels that few people would understand, and I think the Cuban population of Miami and certainly beyond Miami, people that came there that were decimated, whose families were ruined, appreciate what the Attorney General just did today and was just doing now, is just watching it. So we have Cuba on our mind. It's not going to be like the biggest thing we've ever done, but I will tell you, to a lot of people, it's going to be one of the most important. They've been looking for this moment for 65 years.
Yeah, we want to take over Cuba for some fucking reason. Trump doesn't even want to make it as, I mean, obviously, if Cuba was a state, that would be an instantly Democrat state, instant Democrat state with no hesitation. There would be zero pause between Cuba getting a statehood and Democrats never losing another election. Like, honestly, I don't see how they could.
Good girl.
Hey, Tungsten Thrower. Welcome to TikTok or Twitch side. Sorry that shit fucking sucks over at TikTok.
So we'll see what happens. But we're gonna, in the meantime, we're gonna have to help them out. They have no way of living. They have no food. They have no electricity. They have no energy at all. But they do have great people. There are a lot of great.
Yeah, whose fault is that, Trump? Definitely not America's fault for cucking Cuban exports and imports for the last 60 fucking years.
People. I mean, I have so many Cuban friends in Miami, mostly in Miami and Florida, and they're unbelievable people. They're unbelievable entrepreneurs, and they'd like to go back. I think
Cubans, TikTok just bans people for breathing. Is shaking my head. It's because I called someone a disgusting piece of shit. Trump dick sucker, basically. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no. Cubans that voted for Trump, like, beyond stupid people. This is what they voted for. They voted for their home country to be invaded by America.
I think hopefully they're going to
by
want
the
to live
United
here,
States.
but they want to go back. Maybe they'll invest. We'll see what happens. But we're freeing up Cuba.
Mr. President, should we expect any escalation here, or should they expect anything? Yes.
No, you won't. There won't be escalation.
Trump doesn't think invading Cuba is an escalation. He thinks that's the natural course of what should happen next.
I don't think there needs to be. Look, the place is falling apart. It's a mess. And
oh, I didn't see that. Did Thomas Massey lose? Okay, we'll talk about that in a second.
Congressman Adam Smith of
Also, this is a way for him to distract from Iran's failure. 100% a way for Trump to distract from the failure in Iran by taking on a different enemy, or taking on a different quote-unquote enemy. It's going to be a very frustrating couple of months.
Washington State. He is the ranking member of the Armed Services Committee. Congressman, let's talk Cuba first. The U.S. sending the aircraft carrier Nimitz to the Caribbean, indicting former President Raul Castro. Do you believe President Trump is setting the stage to repeat in Cuba what we saw happen with Maduro in Venezuela?
Yes.
I think he'd like to. Problem is there's no real alternative here. There's no Delcy Rodriguez in the wings that he can put in.
Yeah, but Delcy Rodriguez didn't even get the position. Like, Delcy Rodriguez is not in Cuba leading the country. The people who worked for Venezuela's governor, or not governor, leader, they literally just said his name and I'm blanking on it. Sorry, I had a really intense workout, so I got a little bit of brain fog right now. Were the ones instantly empowered. Delcy Rodriguez has and she sold her soul to Trump, by the way, and she got nothing for it. And it's kind of satisfying to see. Like, I fucking hate Delcy Rodriguez.
Place. So it's really just chaos in Cuba, and it's worth taking a step back. How exactly is it that Cuba threatens us to the point that we have to, basically, do an embargo?
They don't. And Democrats, who's this? Delcy Rodriguez, she was a person who dedicated her life to freeing Venezuela from, like, authoritarian dictatorship. And Venezuela's leader was a bad person. But America going in and taking over was not the solution. And she sold her soul to Trump, and she got nothing for it. She said, "Oh yeah, we love Trump. Trump, go invade Cuba. Trump invade or not Cuba, Venezuela. Trump invades Venezuela," and they got nothing for it.
Make the entire, country of Cuba, all the people there suffer, risk another military engagement, more conflict, more destruction. And what is Cuba doing to us? I mean, I don't like their politics.
America going into anything is never good. Now, it's never been good.
I certainly don't like their adherence to communism.
The last time America... God, I don't like their adherence to communism. Cuba has not been a communist state ever. Cuba is not a communist state, and it never has been. America going into anything is never good now. The thing is, the last time America went into something that was genuinely beneficial for other people is probably World War II. If I'm thinking, maybe, no, Ukraine. Giving money to Ukraine and weapons to Ukraine against Russia. That was pretty good. That was like a net positive. I was thinking World War II. Yeah. Trying to think about any like specific times after that, but not really. Like after post World War II, America. Whew.
But how does this have anything to do?
America going to things as bad. Tungsten is heavy and grass is green. True.
U.S. interests. The president is dragging us into another foreign conflict, destabilizing another major country. This one 90 miles off of our coast. And for what?
It's crazy that Cuba is only 90 miles off our coast.
This is just part of a larger disastrous foreign policy. And
I used to drive that every single day to work.
I do want to play what President Trump said yesterday about Cuba. Let's listen to that.
Other presidents have looked at this for 50, 60 years doing something, and it looks like I'll be the one that does it, so would be happy to do it.
Trump wants to be the doer. He wants to be the doer. That's another reason why he wants to go after Cuba and Iran, because he wants to be like, oh, these are easy wins. Not easy wins. He's learning the hard way. These are not easy wins.
We want to open it up to Cuban Americans where they can go back and help.
You said, for what? What do you believe the U.S. really wants from Cuba?
Oil.
It's hard to say. I mean, we want them to not be communist. We want them to not be, allied potentially with China and Russia. But I mean, this goes back.
God, you're such a piece of shit, dude. Adam Smith is such a fucking pathetic worm.
This is a Cold War fight. And the Cold War's over. All right. So, yes, the president has said 50, 60 years, people have intelligently decided that getting into a conflict with Cuba didn't make sense. And yes, Trump is the first president to make the unintelligent decision that we
JFK, Bay of Pigs.
May as well go ahead and generate more conflict in our hemisphere.
Let's talk
Bay of Pigs was really fucked up and bad.
About the war with Iran, and Speaker Mike Johnson canceled an unexpected vote, or it was expected.
Oh, yeah, and then the fucking War Powers Act got canceled because Republicans have zero fucking spine.
On the Iran War Powers resolution yesterday, but then he canceled it unexpectedly after it appeared Republicans didn't have the votes to block it.
Yep, Republicans were going to vote against it. They were going to vote against it. And it was going to look like a failure. And then, yeah, this is what I mean by unilateral executive theory. If it's not going to work out for Trump, why would any Republican leader in the House or the Senate ever even bring it to the floor?
What's your reaction to that move as more Republicans seem to be growing frustrated with the war in Iran?
Well, let's stay focused on the big picture here. Procedural issues in the House aside, this war was a disaster from the start. It never should have been initiated. It's left us in a much weaker position at an enormous cost, and we need to put pressure on the president to stop this war and get a negotiated settlement. Now, what happened yesterday was there were some Republicans who were absent. We don't yet see much evidence that Republicans are actually switching their votes, which is the other aspect of this, and that is that the Republicans in the House and the Senate have let Trump do all of this, and no check whatsoever on his power, an unwillingness to even require him to come to Congress to get authorization for the use of military force. So I don't know that yesterday's decision shows that there were any Republicans who were willing to switch. It was just a numbers game. They had members who were absent, so they wanted to try to delay it, so they used a procedural tool to delay it. I hope that in
the House of Representatives is like, it's been useless for a while. And you can look at books like Filibuster and Racial Poison to see how useless shit like the House of Representatives is. Guys, Like it needs to be completely. I still don't like the idea of having a president and not having just like a governing body. Granted, there are problems with both options, but I think like having a strongman at the top is always going to lead to these conclusions.
The 9 days, or what is it now, 12 days before we come back, that some Republicans will in fact change their mind and recognize how stupid this war is and how much it
No, they won't. They are being paid so much money.
needs to end.
We did see some minds changed on the Senate side with their last war.
Like him saying like every Republican who doesn't vote against this is a traitor to America and its people. Easiest thing you could just throw out there. And they refuse to be aggressive.
Powers resolution vote. Yeah. Secretary of
Saying like, oh, the Republicans are good, but you know, they're just like they need to they just need to realize that what they're doing is bad. But you know, after all, they're like good people still.
So we played, his optimistic tone that he struck earlier today. He said there's been slight progress on Iran talks while saying that they still have to address the highly enriched uranium. Congressman, the ceasefire has now been in effect for 6 weeks. Strait of Hormuz.
Such a useless fucking term. Ceasefire for 6 weeks. Meanwhile, Trump the U.S. and Iran still like exchange shots at each other.
Still blocked. Ships aren't really going through. What do you think?
Oh, dude, we're about to get so fucked over. By the way, we are about to get so fucked over. This oil shortage is gonna hit like a motherfucking truck. It's gonna hit so hard because we are at the point where we're at the tipping point, people. Strait of Hormuz is still not open.
What do you think needs to happen to get past this stalemate and reach a deal?
Well, this is sort of where we're at right now, and it is a terrible situation. Trump's war has empowered the hardliners in Iran, weakened the ability of anyone to truly challenge that regime, not accomplished the goals on nuclear weapons, ballistic missiles, or
God, dude, like, so pathetic.
Support for terrorism. What it's done is it's put the Strait of Hormuz front and center. The Strait of Hormuz, which was open before we started the war, we are now reduced to a place where we are trying to negotiate to get Iran to open back up the strait. And Iran's position is, how much are you going to pay us to do that? I think what we have to do is we have to work with the other countries in the region. We have to work with other countries in the world. There's a lot of countries deeply invested.
What the fuck? Is this actually the official position of a Democratic representative? Oh my God, you're letting Trump win. You're saying, oh, we disagree with Trump, but let's follow Trump's plan of getting other countries involved.
In getting the strait back open to do a deal with Iran to get the strait back open. But to do that, we're not going to be able to do it on our own. We need partners, we need allies, and we need other countries who are invested in this problem. All of those other countries, Trump has pushed away, belittled and ignored. It's time to bring them in and actually have a collective.
Oh my God, you're such a capitalist fuck. Oh my God.
Diplomatic solution. Now, look, if someone wants to show me a military option here that's going to get us there, okay, I just don't see it, and we haven't seen.
He would like if there was like an instant button to erase all Iranians and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. This guy would press it.
From the very start. Yes, we can destroy some of their missiles, their missile launchers. We can reduce their capability. We can't fundamentally change the strategic situation with the use of the military, something the president should have understood from the start.
It was supposed to be a 4 to 5 week operation, and here we are now months into this war. Congressman Adam Smith, thank you for being with us.
God, man, it's so bleak. It's so fucking bleak. Qatari negotiating team in Toronto says to try to help. Yeah, and like every oil mogul like wants to open up the Strait of Hormuz so badly because they are losing billions of dollars from this. Qatari negotiating team arrived in Tehran on Friday in coordination with the U.S. to try and help secure a deal of war in Iran, revolving outstanding issues to sort with knowledge. Doha, which has worked as a mediator in the Gaza war and other international tension, and had till now distanced itself from playing a mediation role in the Iran war after it came under attack from Iranian missiles during the latest conflict. A Qatar negotiation team is in Tehran on Friday, the source said, adding that the team had traveled in coordination with the U.S. and was there to help reach a final deal that would end the war and address outstanding issues with Iran. Qatari Minister of Foreign Affairs did not immediately respond to the request for comment, while Pakistan has served as the official mediator since the fighting began. Qatar's re-engagement reflects a long-standing role as U.S. ally in the region and trusted back channel between Washington and Tehran. They're, hey, how much money do you want? We'll give it to you. Open up the Strait of Hormuz. Truly, like, U.S. is, fucked over. Like, the Trump admin has done irreversible damage. Let me check the, gas prices. On AAA. 452. Week ago, 455. Week ago, 452. Yesterday, 456. Month ago, $4. Year ago, $3. I think some people shouldn't be allowed to lead, especially ones that have desire to lead. Yeah. No, you should have to pass like a basic functioning cognitive test. Diesel is the big one. Diesel jumping to almost $6 a gallon is really bad for the economy. So much requires and relies on diesel's cheapness. Jesus, $6 in California? New Mexico, Florida, yeah, Texas, red states, Midwest states, low population states. Texas has a cheap oil supply because Texas has so much natural oil. But where you see higher populations, this shit is, like, especially on the West Coast. Holy shit. Oh, and then something, Trump. Grand Canyon oil. Did Trump say something? BLM targets 70. The Trump admin has proposed ordering nearly 80,000 acres of northwest Arizona for oil drilling. The Bureau of Land Management is actually taking public comment on 40 parcels targeted near Littlefield and bordering the Grand Canyon Partial Natural Monument. So yeah, Grand Canyon is about to be drilled and ruined for oil and profit because Trump will not back the fuck off of a pointless fucking war. Yay! The environment and the economy and the world is being fucked over because a stupid fucking moron runs our country.